All right, and we're back here at Hot Springs in Arkansas. We've had Course 1 done for all 3 classes we raced. We have Course 2 getting ready to kick off now. I heard we have someone on the line already.
Colton Hoback.
Colton Hoback, as Justin would say, the other Hoback. So, again, Colton and Justin have done a ton of racing with us over the years, and they have raced everything from king hammers to rock bouncing stuff. So they're both racing this weekend. Justin's racing a full-body 4-seater in the stock class, and Colton is racing with him in a RS1 that's also for sale. He wanted to make sure he mentioned that. So if you're looking for an RS1 cheap, hit him up. So,
all right, guys, I just posted the link in the comments there. It'll show up under Matt's name for the voting for the Skinny Pedal Award from Wildcat, our last race a couple weekends ago. The voting ends tonight. So if you want to let your voice be heard, Daniel Callahan, Johnny Gibbs, and Tyler Young are your options. You can go watch a short video with their wild runs from Wildcat and vote in the poll on the website. So check out that link that I just posted under Matt's name on the SRRS live page. And Colton Hoback should be ready to roll.
I said Justin Sparks messaged me when we had it on our break and said, it's a good thing that Wildcat wasn't this weekend. He showed me a picture of him driving down the road, and it's like a blizzard.
Oh.
And I was like, that's not fun.
No,
so
we thought it was cold 2 weeks ago when we were there.
And it was so crazy is we thought it would be like really warm on Friday and cold on Saturday, and it was the exact opposite.
We were not prepared.
Yeah.
All right, guys, if you're just joining us and you missed out on everything up to this point, first of all, sucks for you, but the good thing is you can always go back and rewatch it later. We are at Hot Springs Off-Road Park for SRRS number 1, the first Southern race of the season. This is our 4th race overall so far. This weekend brought to us by SCS Gearbox, so huge shout out to those folks and all of our sponsors who help us make these races happen. Colton Hoback is starting off the Rock Life Off-Road UTV stock class. This is round 2 for all of our classes.
Hitting those race line ramps there.
And his new RS1, he just picked it up yesterday, I think, and is putting it through its paces here, making that Rock Life roundabout, coming through the rad flow suspension section. You know, I think that narrow RS1 has to be a little helpful in those moguls.
He did not bounce hardly at all ripping through those. So I'm going to say it does. Again, we've seen some guys in the unlimited class kind of going a little easier. We've seen some guys hitting a little harder. Again, they're running the course basically backwards. So the first half of the course is the exact same. The second half of the course, you'll see those guys going way back down the starting line and then coming back through. So the second half of the course line will be different, be basically the opposite. So,
all right, that was quick. 52.815 for Colton Hoback, starting things off round 2 in the Rock Life stock class. Here, let's do our top 3 from Course 1. Cody Kaysen had the fastest time, then Brandon Davis and Justin Hoback. Those were your top 3 from Course 1. Looks like Colton's going to come over and get a finish line interview with Zach. Something new for this race and hopefully the rest of the season. So let's go to them and see what Colton has to say.
Okay, we're here with Colton Hoback representing the RS1 Nation here. Got the old single-seater, laying it down, starting us off one more time. Colton, how'd you feel about this track?
I really like this course a little bit better. You know, this RS1 does a good job with all the weight in the middle. I just bought this thing yesterday. By the way, it's for sale. If anybody wants it, it's $13,500. Another thing, I really appreciate my wife coming out here to support me, and it's our 6th anniversary. Love you, baby. Happy anniversary.
Oh, my gosh, everybody, happy 6 years of pure hell with Colton Hoback. We have the special lady right down there. Y'all be sure to tell her congratulations or condolences, whichever one you feel like she needs.
That is awesome.
On their anniversary. So happy anniversary to them.
Yeah. That is awesome.
Is this Daniel Heckley? Shout out to Jack Porter down on the starting line.
It is? Awesome.
Yeah, we'll see Jack
Venom
out.
Is ready.
Bringing a Jack attack to the hills tomorrow. All right, this is Daniel Heckley. He's ready to rock and roll.
Hitting those ramps, those race line ramps coming through there.
You stole my line.
What's Zach say?
You stole my line.
Again, it looks like guys are hugging that far right side on those race line suspension system. Again, you can see how they're starting to get wore down a little bit, so guys can hit them a little bit faster, a little bit smoother.
It is.
What'd I say? Race line, rad flow. Well, we have race line ramps.
Another R.
Again, it looks like he's
name.
slowed down going the opposite direction. So I think we'll see guys. Do you think we'll see anybody hit those going the opposite direction? I know coming out of the starting gate, you got plenty of shutdown room.
I'd say anything can happen out here, Matt.
I think we might see some limited class guys hit that.
Anything can and usually will.
We'll see.
That's an excellent question that Taylor just asked.
Skeeting through the finish
Will
line.
we see Matt jump the race line ramps? 4.8.755 for Daniel Heckley.
That is your new leader.
Daniel must be a little camera shy.
Is.
He declined a finish line interview both times.
It's so funny. Some of our toughest guys, some of our toughest guys that we have in the series are some of the shyest guys on camera. Like, it's kind of comical. Matt Schuster's the same way. He was always like, "Yeah, thanks." Like, that was his interview. So it's always funny to watch some of our.
Zach, do we need to put you on probation? Probationary interview abilities out here?
Gosh, I tell you. Got Kylie Carroll on the line here. Again, this is our third race with us. She raced at Windrock and Wildcat.
Oh, she might have felt that a little bit.
Again, a little bit of a drop-off between those race line ramps there.
Man, it's not slowing her down, though.
It is not.
Kylie did have a tip over, I guess, on our SCS step-up section of the hill. So hopefully she gets a finish out of this one. Nope, don't do it again.
Oh, close.
All right,
she had it.
Way to save that one. So you can see how deep those ruts are getting. We talked earlier about the Mickey Thompson mountainside out here. This is kind of the, right next to Showtime Hill. The whole hillside section next to it is what we're racing on this weekend. And there it is.
Good landing.
It is so loose and marbly out here, just all around. Everything from the parking lot to the hills themselves, and everything's just getting blasted out and kind of dug out, the ruts and everything.
Well, and that's a great way to put it, marbly, because if you think of a bunch of marbles on a hill, as you start to get traction, those marbles leave, but you still have some more marbles. So, like, that's a great way to kind of put how
you still have some more.
You do.
You didn't lose all your marbles.
You didn't. So that's a great way to put it. You know.
Oh, a nice little jump there from Kylie.
Just because you're on the gas, and again, I think, oh come on!
What's with the trees this weekend?
I think she just clipped with that far.
She rode right up it.
Yeah, that far right tire, I think, just caught the edge of that tree and just gave her a little bit of spring up of there.
You know what? That might be able to put her in the running for the Skinny Pedal Award, though.
I do like it. And it's good. It gets great positioning after.
Right up the tree.
Yeah.
Shout out to all of our recovery. Jack Porter quick on the scene. We talked about Bill Blaisdell earlier. Everybody that's helping out. We appreciate it so much. It's part of what we need to keep on going out here. Looks like Kylie's going to get out.
I wish they would fit its belly.
Yeah, after my rollover, I thought I should put something really cool logo on the bottom of there, something like "Hi Mom" or something really funny on the bottom of there.
Luke.
Yeah.
Everything Justin Frazier built.
Yeah.
Luke
something
used to have
something cool on the bottom side. "Hi Mom" or smiley
yeehaw
face.
Sign on the bottom.
Yeehaw.
Luke Wilson.
That would be cool. Yeehaw.
Tom Cruise was on the bottom of Justin Frazier's.
Tom Cruise.
Help me,
That's all. Help me, Tom Cruise.
And Stacy says, "Get the winch."
Yeah. Oh, that's true though. Usually, if you can see that, like that's not.
Get the winch.
Yeah. It's.
Yeah, no, I mentioned it, but I don't remember.
So hopefully for Kylie, this doesn't deter her at all, and it just means she got those rollovers out of her system and kind of got used to it now. So we hope to see her.
Yeah.
We'll see her back out here again, I'm sure. But speaking of her maybe being in the running for the Skinny Pedal Award now, if you weren't watching earlier,
what a great
I want to be sure to take that segue into announcing who our Skinny Pedal Award winners were for both Texas and Windrock. And that was Jay Stortz for Texas and John Hammett for Windrock race, for our Windrock race.
It's only fitting Jay kicks it off for us.
Of course, and Jay was the one that inspired the talk of creating the Skinny Pedal Award. Jonathan Shepard ran with it and stepped up and offered to kind of sponsor the award, and he's making the trophies and everything. So,
which I'm super excited to see.
We'll try and get a picture of those so we can show you guys. So huge thanks to him. And so that was Jay Stortz and John Hammett that won those two. And the voting is still open for Wildcat from a couple weeks ago. We had Daniel Callahan, Tyler Young, and Johnny Gibbs were all in the running. So if you go to the website on that link that I posted at the very beginning when we kicked off the live feed just now, and it's on the previous one as well, you can go straight to that poll and watch a short video that's got their wild runs from Wildcat on it. And you guys can click on a name, cast your vote.
Wild runs from Wildcat.
Wild runs from Wildcat. And the voting does end tonight for that. So I'm not sure when we'll announce it. The service is sketchy here, so that might play into what we're able to post and everything. But we'll get that up. So if you guys want to be able to go vote, make sure you do that before tonight. Go to the link. I posted it under Matt's name at the beginning of the show, and it was in Hill One's show as well. And it's also on a couple different Facebook posts if you guys were following along and noticed that. So, so that's the Skinny Pedal Award news. Congrats to Jay and John.
Yeah.
Probably not what they were going for the weekend. But you know what? The whole point of the Skinny Pedal Award is if you didn't end up on the podium and you did something crazy, at least you're getting some recognition, getting a little cash, getting a little fun trophy for it.
And again, like I said, Jay, you could argue he had not enough skinny pedal or maybe too much skinny pedal. Could have went either way on his run. It was definitely too much. It was a wild, awesome run. For those of you who know, he aired it out and then endoed and then double gainer to a backflip, land on the wheels, and was going to take off again. But I think he broke a shock or something. He did. He cleared it off for us, so we appreciate him and all he did there at that race. It was a good time. Texas was a lot of fun this year.
Man, John Hammett rolling down the hill at Windrock. That was wild.
I was saying,
sure.
Brian Bebo Watt did the same thing.
Yeah, he ended up hanging out in a tree.
Literally stuck it right up, landed on the tree and just stood the whole vehicle right up.
He stuck in a tree.
Yeah. He would have done the same thing if he
Trebo. Trebo. Wait till I see him. I'm going to call him Brian Trebo Watt.
I'm sure he loves it. Yeah.
I should. We should make
I need someone to name a buggy like Tarzan.
Yeah.
Tarzan, George of the Jungle.
It was a year or two ago. He hit every tree there was to hit in the entire course.
He did.
Poor Bebo.
Yeah.
And he said, he asked me before the race started, he said, please don't call me Trevo. I'm trying to outlive that.
Yeah.
And then what does he do?
Yeah, literally stuck it in a tree.
He stuck his in a tree.
Yeah.
Which
awesome for pictures, but not if you're trying to get away from the tree nickname, it doesn't work so well.
There were a lot of trees at Windrock.
We need to get a picture of his buggy and make that the title page for the
sure
Facebook page.
Love that.
He'd be like, "Oh my gosh."
A lot of these drivers have already mentioned to me that they're skittish about tomorrow.
Really?
So we are racing on Showtime tomorrow, which is
again
the legendary hill here at Hot Springs Off-Road Park, previously known as Superlift. If you came here back in the day, it's been 8 years since we had a series race here. I know last time I was here was when the Avenger was brand new, and I brought it out and raced the East versus West shootout with the Ultra 4 crew as well. And that was a long time ago. Yes, the first Avenger.
Yes.
Thank you, Zach.
The first Avenger.
Good times. I can't believe it's been that long already.
Yeah.
You know what? Who knows where we'll be in another 8 years?
8 years. It's crazy to think how far we have come since then.
We need to bury a time capsule at one of these parks.
Yeah.
That would be awesome.
Yeah. What, dude, did he get the thing pulled out yet? There was a guy coming down a very steep hill near Showtime and came down. And it was, there's a very, very steep angled V, and he just wedged it in there.
Well, it's a creek, so he came down the hill, and the creek bank is right here.
Yeah. It's very steep on both sides, and he wedged in there pretty good.
It's not it's a tough spot.
I think he's a newer, and again, the trail coming down to it wasn't that bad. It wasn't that steep. So I think
it's one of those where you didn't realize how hard it was
until you're in it.
It was too late.
And by the time you're in it, it's not gonna go so well. But we're gonna take a quick commercial break, and we'll be back right after these messages.
What you want? What you want? No matter where your ride takes you. Whether it's a quick trip or a slow climb. When you choose RCV Performance Axles, you're guaranteed to finish every time.
When you're serious about installing the highest quality drivetrain products designed for high horsepower and bigger tires, there's only one choice. So get the power, performance, and confidence that comes with Yukon. Rev it, climb it, and rip it, knowing you're rolling the best in the industry. Built to perform, built to last. Yukon Gear and Axle.
And we are wrapping up recovery here.
I have a question for the audience. Speaking of a time capsule and where we might be, and it's been 8 years since we were here.
Yeah,
so
8 years.
5. Let's say 5 years. If we were to make a time capsule, what would you guys put in it?
That's a good question.
What would be worthy of
that Jeep stuck in the ditch
of National Rock Racing Association time capsule?
VIN class. Like the first VIN class race we've ever had here.
I don't know. That's a good question.
Taylor said one of Matt's face stickers.
That's what I would do. I would just throw a face sticker in there with no explanation. They'd be like, "What the heck is this face?" Yes. No. That's what you're putting in there? That would make it even better.
We could put in one of the Rock Racing TV media vests.
Like a hot dog or a Mountain Dew.
Dog.
Or a Mountain Dew, you know.
Okay, Mountain Dew.
Hey, granola bar, snacky snacks. They'll be like, hey.
Snacky snacks.
Throw a granola bar in there.
Maybe just like a Mountain Dew can.
Yeah, like Mountain Dew can. That's still good in 5 years, right?
I have no idea what I would put.
How long is a can of soup good for? 10?
Cooper Bentley shock.
Right?
Cooper Bentley shock.
Yeah.
What would you guys put in a time capsule if we were going to bury one at one of the off-road parks that we go to the most? Say, I think Hawk Pride we've been going to probably the longest, most regularly of all the parks.
Yeah.
Where did that come from all of a sudden?
What's up, Trip Pullen?
That's really good.
Never heard of her.
Never heard of her. Jason Burgess said, let's mic up Zach. Yes. No.
Did you not see what he already did without a microphone on the live feed?
Yeah. Travis Vance
He's already had strike one for the
Travis
day.
Vance said, let's put some broken parts in there. Hey, Matt Buxton said, put in Timmy's steering wheel.
Timmy's steering wheel.
He uses that same steering wheel for all of his buggies. That's the only thing he keeps off each buggy is the steering wheel. So
we'll end his streak.
Yeah.
Save it for posterity.
Yeah. So I don't know, that would be a really good one. Timmy's steering wheel, because that's the same for each buggy. He probably won't part with that. You know,
he won't.
I don't think he will. It would take a lot of money.
You'd have to go on like a Mission Impossible deal here.
Yeah, Zach, I'll go steal right now.
Zach doesn't even need to be Mission Impossible. Yeah. He's like, this is mission doable.
He's like, oh, man.
All right. It's apparently been a tricky recovery.
Yes.
Being in the middle of the hillside, which, as always, is steeper in person than it looks on camera.
And it's kind of right on edge, too, of that cliff coming down. So it's kind of
she was
safety first.
Straight upside down.
Yes. Yeah, that's probably the first thing I do is being right on that edge of that lip, I go ahead and climb on down.
What's up, James Cantrell?
Oh, James Cantrell's in there.
Yeah.
He's really good with the VIN class. I've seen him take a Cherokee at Dirty Turtle.
James, where you been?
He would.
That course at Dirty Turtle is fun. I wish we used that track more.
I did some rock bouncer stuff in Clyde's side-by-side at Moab last week.
Matt, you did rock bouncer stuff in Clyde's smart car at Wildcat.
You
drove the smart car faster than you drove your buggy.
It didn't end well. I stuffed it in the corner. Dan Carter on the line here with the Rock Racing.
Here we go. We are back. This is round 2
of
the Rock Life.
Clearing that race line ramp there.
Off-road UTV stock class. Dan went so fast, the video couldn't even keep up with him, but he's back. This is the Rock Life roundabout. He's making his way back through the Radflow suspension section now. Dan racing all 3 UTV classes with us this weekend.
Yep. There we go.
Up that SCS step up. No problem. He made sure he kept his momentum and didn't get stuck in those ruts.
Making quick work. You can see those. There we go.
Got a little close on that one.
Talk about jumping that race line ramp backwards. Dan, the command Carter, was the first guy to do it. Again, had plenty of room, but I wasn't sure if that feel safe enough to have enough shutdown area, but was able to clear it. Dan
was flying through there. 5:2.708. That's a second place time right now behind Daniel Heckley. James Cantrell said still recovering from hammers. Dude, you must have had a heck of a time at hammers.
I think this year he was around asking for a transmission at one point. That was a night before the race, like the big race. They're going to go race for 14. He's like, "You got a spare transmission?"
He said, "Are we coming to Rush?" I don't know. I don't know about that one yet.
That's next weekend. Rock Racing TV. Two weekends now.
I don't think it's next weekend.
Next weekend is Easter. Weekend after is Rock Racing TV at Rush for the.
All right, we've got Zach and Dan. Let's go see what Dan has to say.
Okay, I'm here with Dan, the man. I came here for the fans, Carter, and I'm telling you, he laid down a 5.2. I think it was a little faster, 7.08. 5.2, 7.08, which is by far the fastest time on Hill 2. Puts him in first place right now. How do you feel about being a winner?
I feel good. My head actually swelled up so much it was hard to get my helmet off. But we're going to get it.
All right, guys. Like I said, we really appreciate Dan, and I know he represents that Rock Life Off-Road, RCV Axles, Sedona, Pit Vipers. I mean, everybody's backing this old Dan the man, and if you ain't a Dan fan, then you're in the wrong place. We appreciate you. Back to y'all.
That's awesome. Again, that's Dan the Man Carter there.
Love Dan.
He is. Dan the Man Carter. Getting that Rock Life Off-Road group that helps him out a bunch. I know they help out a ton of side-by-side racers. Again, Dan's racing 2 separate cars here this weekend. He's racing a full body right now, and he'll race a more of an Unlimited Cup series with a more of a tube chassis vehicle. He's racing in Wyatt Wilson's place this weekend, I believe.
He's racing his Dale Earnhardt buggy. It's actually modeled after Dale Earnhardt. Got the 3 on top of it.
Oh yeah. The old good wrench wrap. Yeah. You ever seen Zombieland? They put the old 3 on the door each time. Yeah. You got to love that. You got to respect that.
The beast.
Yeah. It's good times. I'm not sure Jack's down there getting there to pull up the line.
Billy said, "How about Wade's steering wheel? He don't need it anyway."
Yeah, he doesn't. Literally, yeah.
He throws it too much.
Yeah,
it's at Mid America still.
Yeah. Oh yeah, bless his heart. Yeah. I don't know if I'd want the steering wheel for Wade's steering wheel at finals.
That was a bad luck steering wheel.
Yeah.
Legend has it.
Remember that time Wade just turtled out and lost first place?
Oh.
And then having his ignition break.
Yeah. The next course finished second. Yeah, man, that was rough. That was the people who truly knew what was going on there. That was the roughest thing to watch. I mean, literally trying to 20 feet from the finish line and tumbling. Literally within an 8-hour window, went from first to third for the entire season. Oh,
We're talking about finals at Mid-America last year.
Yeah.
Hopefully you guys were able to watch it. If not, now you're probably curious, and you can go back and try and find that.
So Wade Good was sitting first place for the UTV Unlimited Cup Series going into finals.
For the year.
For the season, going into finals the last day. We had 2 courses, and if he had good times on those 2 courses, he walks away with the championship. And had some issues and tumbled down. This is Jay Storts here, got online. Again,
Looks
coming up, hitting that race line ramp.
Jay, what did Jay break on Hill 1?
I'm not sure.
Did he break a tie rod?
Yeah, tie rod. That's what
it was. Glad to see he got everything pointing in the same direction.
Yes.
Again,
you can see those side-by-sides going real wide. A few of them, again, have a little bit wider turning radius.
There's not a huge...
Again, that rad flow suspension section is definitely wearing down.
Not a huge area down here to swing real wide, so they can't just go crazy.
Yeah, there's a lot of spectator rigs or a lot of racer rigs sitting behind them.
The pit area itself is not huge between the 2 creek beds.
And again, the cool part is all the rigs are backed in there.
Stay under control.
Yes. And again, all the race rigs are backed in there at a 45-degree angle, so that way if somebody does get out of control, you're just going to hit another buggy. Man, sending it through there. See what his time's going to be.
5:1.372. That's the new second place time right now. That just pushed Dan Carter down to third. Daniel Heckley still hanging on to the lead with a 48. But let's go to Jay and Zach now on the finish line.
Okay, we got Jay Storch just laid down a 5:1.372. I said a 5:1.372. Jay, you were carrying, toting the front right wheel coming down that hill. Amazing driving. You powered through the finish line sideways. You dodged the whoops a little more on this time because it cost you quite a bit on the left last time. Man, how'd you feel about your run?
It's nice to finally finish a course and not break.
That's a win in Jay Storch's book, and we love to see it. He's just getting warmed up for tomorrow. Y'all see him in the big buggy. He's got forward play. He's going to bring it out for a little action. Any sponsors, anybody you want to holler out to?
I just want to thank everybody that supports me, all my family and friends, and everybody that helps me at home in the shop. So.
All right, and everybody else likes to thank Jay because he's the first man to step up and help you if you need it. So we appreciate you, and good luck tomorrow. Back to y'all.
All right, there you have it from Jay Storts. I hope you guys are enjoying the finish line interviews with Zach that we have added for this race and will hopefully be continuing to do for the rest of the season. Just get you another little behind-the-scenes look into how the drivers are feeling when they come off of that race course.
Getting us, got Brandon Davis sitting there, that full-body Can-Am. You can clearly tell he does not have a passenger seat by the radiator mounted there in the passenger seat. He's like, baby, I love you. You got to walk.
Radiators are important.
He's like, we're trying to save weight, babe. You got to walk. I'm sure Cheryl understands.
Whoa!
Getting a little squirrely there. Yeah. Cheryl wouldn't care. She's like, I got this.
Brandon had a second place time on course 1.
Again, trying to push quick and keep that podium spot alive for today.
That time to beat right now.
He's hauling. Ooh, he did not hit that double jump.
He
and
hit
aired
the
it out.
Jump.
They didn't call him the race line ramp for nothing, okay?
The time to beat right now is a 48.7 from Daniel Heckley.
There we go. See what his time is. And he is not coming to talk to Zach.
And
he was like...
Waiting to hear his time.
He is. Ooh. That was a 7.8, 7.54. 78.75 with a 30-second penalty for hitting the flag. Dang it, that stinks. We were listening on the radio, and we were confirming that he did. Whether his again, when there's a lot of loose dirt, a lot of times you can sling debris over a buoy, can hit a flag, make it wiggle, versus actually running over a flag. So we always like to try to verify that from maybe someone, not just our staff, 3 or 4 people, maybe somebody has a better, closer image or a viewpoint.
So you know what's crazy though? Without that 30-second penalty,
yes,
he would have had a 48.754. Daniel Heckley had a 48.755.
Jeez.
What?
Tenth, 100,000th. Wow.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
Still a good time,
That's
even
insane.
with the penalty.
Yeah. It shows how hard these guys are pushing.
Yeah. What happened was I don't know how visible it was from the live feed angle, but I could turn around and watch it right here behind the trailer, and his tire just dipped down towards the edge of the creek bed just enough to clip the flag when he was making the corner of the Rock Life roundabout down here.
And again, you hate to be the guy that has to make that judgment call to, they did hit a flag, but.
All right, Justin Hoback. Justin had a third-place finish on course 1, the only one out here running the 4-seater.
4-seater, full-body 4-seater.
What do we name it again? Bertha?
I like Bertha.
All right. Big Bertha coming through.
Again, rocking that
rowdy
section.
In the Rad Flow suspension section.
Look at him slinging that thing around. Yeah, Blue Bertha. I like it.
But Taylor needs something to be called Blue.
Yes. Big Blue Bertha. Big Blue Bertha. I like it. Again, he's having a quick time coming back through that second Rad Flow ramp there.
Checking up for the.
Yeah, I think that's probably a very wise decision with that 4-seater.
Did you find out how much those tickets were yet, Matt?
Yeah. The fine was $850. So. Oh.
51.992 for Justin Hoback.
Which puts him in third place for the second course, which may cement him.
And third place for the first course.
Yeah, so which may cement him a podium spot today.
We've got 2 drivers left to go. One of them is Cody Kaysen, though, and he did have our fastest time on course 1. So things could still happen out here.
Yeah.
There could still be some shakeups going on. All right, well, looks like we've got Justin pulling up next to Zach. Let's go to them.
All right, guys, we got Justin Hoback laying down a 5.8.972. Yeah, 5.1.972. Either way, it's so impressive racing this big thing here. He's got a lot on his plate, guys. He just finished his second run. He is the feature on the Highway to the Hill show that they put together this week, so congratulations to everybody who gets to see that later. Justin, you raced this big thing. You did a great job. This wraps it up. You're going to start assuming your position as the safety man for the big bouncers tomorrow. But how do you feel right now about this course?
Pretty good. I love it. I love that, I had it in low range and there was rarely a spot where I topped out. I like that it's not a 60-mile-an-hour course and it's very technical. So I love that. Thank Raceline Wheels. Thanks my family, my wife's family, for all coming out this weekend.
Man, we love having you, and I can't wait to see where you get that new front diff from. You have a good one.
He said what? What? He said what? What'd you say?
And hopefully you guys caught that. But Justin is the featured driver for the Highway to the Hill episode of this. Well, it's not really of the week. The latest Highway to the Hill episode.
For this race.
This race. So, Nick, I rode with the Hobacks on the way here. They live near me in Nashville, and so I have been riding with them several of the events this year. And so Nick rode with us yesterday and did some filming, and I know he was at their house the day before getting all the good footage, all the behind-the-scenes stuff. So there's a couple drivers queued up with their Highway to the Hill episodes that Nick's been working really hard on, so we'll have those come out first, and then you guys will be able to see Justin's soon.
I'm sure it'll be awesome.
And
again,
a lot of the Hoback family is out here this weekend.
And again, Justin and his brother Colton have been huge implementation on behind-the-scenes stuff for decades with the Southern Rock Racing Series. I mean, they've done starting gate, they've raced, they helped do RC stuff. I know Justin's very implemented with the RC Series this year. They ran starting gates, they ran the kill timers.
Well, and this year, Justin also has his daughter Clara racing in the youth class, so that's added something fun to it. Hopefully it's fun for them.
I'm sure.
For this season. So we'll get to see Clara race tomorrow. Braden Upchurch is out on the course, making his way through that Radflow suspension section right now.
It looks like they're trying to curve that center section, curve that turn a little
around the roundabout.
Yeah, they're trying to cut that corner a little sharp there. They're swinging wide in the beginning, and they're trying to cut it as hard as they can on the way back. That way they're not swinging real far out like we've seen a couple of them do. Oh, getting a little squirrely. Again, a lot of guys said they're going to try to pivot on that tree as much as possible.
It's a really sharp turn to go up and just, pivot right around that tree at the apex. So,
again, hitting that race line ramp there.
All right, he's easing across that CA Tech cliffside.
You can't see how much of an angle you're at as you're creeping through there.
I can guarantee you it feels super sketchy.
It does.
To be in the driver's seat, though.
Ooh.
5.7.234. And, I want to note that Braden's time on Hill 1 was an 81.
Wow.
He just went from an 81 to a 57.
Get her done.
That's awesome. All right, Zach's coming. Come on, Zach. There he is. All right, let's go to Zach and Braden.
5.7.234, I think is what I heard. Insane. How'd you feel about the track, brother?
The track feels a lot better when you're running in four-wheel drive like you should be and don't have to back up and hit something again.
Right.
Works out a lot better that way.
I tell everybody, these hills are too big to hit with a 2x4. You got to at least hit them with a 4x4. They're tough. You did a great job, and look forward to seeing you. Glad to have you. And any sponsors or anybody you want to thank?
I'd like to thank Rock Life again. They really help out a lot.
Everybody thanks Rock Life. They actually helped me out on a purchase earlier this week, so I'm one of the team. Rock Life Racing. They're awesome. Y'all have a good one.
Yeah.
I feel like Zach just hung up a phone conversation.
Yeah. He's like, all right, we out. Cody Kaysen sitting in the line here.
All right, Cody Kaysen is going to wrap up today's Rock Life Off-Road stock class. Cody did have the fastest time on course 1. Let's see if he comes in and shakes up our the order of drivers we have right now.
We'll see.
Daniel Heckley's 48.7 is the time to beat. Aye, Captain.
And it looks like he's taking his time through that section there, which is probably smart. Again, trying to hook that corner as tight as possible. We've seen a handful of drivers swing it pretty wide. Again, slowing down through that Radflow section there. And you can definitely we talked about those ruts earlier. Those ruts are getting pretty deep. And running a smaller tire size, some of the guys in the stock class run a smaller tire size, so that does make a difference.
Wasn't he in the RS1 on Hill 1?
I don't think so.
No? He had it out pre-running.
Now that I believe. Wow.
Oh, coming in high. Wow. Five 1.447. Oh, man, and that was not enough to edge out Daniel Heckley's time. So Daniel with the fastest time from Hill 2, but let's go to Zach and Cody at the finish line.
All right, we got Cody Kaysen here, just laid down a 5.1.447, extremely fast. I don't know if it's good enough for first place. They're going to have to put a calculator to it, and I ain't taking my shoes off to count that high. You did a great job, really handled it. Are you shifting it in and out of four-wheel drive to make these turns, or are you doing it all in four?
It's all in four.
All in four. Oh, well, either way, you're making the turns fast. You're doing really good. Really impressive. Who are your sponsors? Who's backing you and making this possible?
My mom and my dad and my brother and my papa.
All right, this man loves his mom. We appreciate you racing, and we'll see you on the next one.
All right. That was Cody Kaysen. He had a 51.44. And we'll be back with our rundown right after these messages.
Mickey Thompson Tires announces a new American mud terrain legend, the new Baja Legend MTZ. 35 different sizes, and one is just waiting for your rig. The Baja Legend MTZ.
All right, and we're back. We're going to run through our Daniel Heckley hanging on to first place with that 48.75. Jay Stewart's coming in second, Cody Kaysen coming in third, Justin Holback coming in fourth, Dan Carter coming in fifth, Colton Holback coming in sixth, Braden Upchurch coming in seventh, Brandon Davis coming in eighth with a full body, and Kylie Carroll with her epic flip rollover wheel stand that we had. Again, that was your top rundown of the top 10 for the UTV stock class. Now we're getting ready to head into the UTV Unlimited Cup Series.
And remember, that was just for round 2.
Yes. That is not your overall standings for the day.
Yeah, so we're going to head into the RCV Axle Unlimited class. Looks like Madison King is on the line and ready to rock and roll.
Get my spreadsheet all flipped over here. Madison King her rig is always very easy to pick out. Usually you have such a dark background. It's white and neon pink. It's usually pretty easy to pick out.
Matt, can you remind us who was our fastest time from course 1, or do you
not
have that page
I just took them up.
All right,
out.
Hang on. I'll do some math.
Okay. I'll do some math. Do you have to take off your shoes and socks?
It's not really doing math. It's just having to sit here and read through all these.
Shoes and socks off. Oh.
Swinging it wide around that Rock Life roundabout.
We can see a couple people kind of getting squirrely with it, which helps, kind of fishtail that back end around. So, again, that may be on accident. That may be on purpose. Yeah. It does kick up a little dust. Have to go get my new hoodie out of the truck. You can head over to Southern Rock Racing Series for all our new merch. We have some new merch coming out. It's pretty cool this season. I just picked up a sweet-looking sweatshirt last weekend.
Sweet-looking.
Yeah.
I'll have to go check it out.
Yeah. Shout out to Treadwear for one of our sponsors for helping us keep all our fresh gear in stock. You can head over to the merch trailer if you're on site and pick up a hoodie on this breezy weekend.
All right, looks like our top 3 from Hill 1 was Tim Cameron, DC Thompson, and Clay Kaysen.
Madison taking her time on that downhill section, making sure she's avoiding all those trees. Again, some of the guys last weekend were saying it's way easier to check up than it is to change a tire. So, that's pretty smart. Ooh.
Oh.
A little bit of rough transition.
Little nose dive there. .394 for Madison King. All right, she is over here by Zach now for a finish line interview. Let's go to them.
Okay, we got Madison King just laid down a 99.394. 99.394. Madison, how did you feel going up that hill? That was a great jump, great landing, good throttle timing.
It felt good. I felt like I could have done better around other spots, but it was fine.
Well, we really appreciate you seeing you run, and who all makes it possible for you to be here?
All things Side by Side Garage. There's a lot. Sorry. Empty Pocket Fab. HG Stream Off Road, and Mike's Repair Service.
hey, you got a lot of people helping you, and you got to be thankful for all of them, and especially the fans. We all love you, and we want to see you do really good. Glad to see you out there, girl. Good luck, okay? It's y'all's turn.
All right, that was Madison King. You know, it can be hard when you're on the spot to remember that list of everybody that you want to thank. So,
there's your dad helping her get back in, I think. Dad or brother? I couldn't tell while he's turning around.
We've told the drivers in the past that they could print up a cue card.
Yes.
And kind of laminate it or put it in a sleeve and right inside the door, or the panel, the driver panel where they can look down.
The thing I've heard the best, and they say take a Sharpie and just write them on your dash, like on either right side or left side. That way you pull up, you can read them right off your dash.
I don't know.
I've seen quite a few of the Ultra 4 guys do that. Write them right on the dash, Sharpie.
We don't write on the Avenger dash.
Oh, well, yeah, your dash is a very, it's like custom-made aluminum dash. Yeah. I've written notes on my dash before, inspirational notes or fun stuff.
Send it.
Yeah, yeah. This is Dan Carter on the line. Dan the Man Carter.
Filling in for Wyatt Wilson
And again, they were saying in the stock class he was the only driver to hit it going forward and backward. A lot of the drivers hit it going forward, but nobody hit it forward and backward. And clearing it with no problem.
Hustling through that rad flow section. Round the Rock Life roundabout.
Oh!
Way to save
getting
it.
Squirrely.
Easy, Dan.
Did a little bicycle action down there.
And that is a good example of why so many drivers are taking it wide around that.
Again, you're going to see that hill a little tomorrow, I have a feeling, with the big bouncers.
Y'all are going to be seeing a whole lot of Showtime.
Yes.
Showtime Hill, that is, tomorrow. That could be interesting.
Yeah. Taylor was saying he hope he sends the youth through the rad flow section. I could just see the little helmets bobbling around in there.
Yeah.
Little guys. They're so cute. Again, this is Dan the Man Carter racing for Wyatt Wilson. Dan's part of that Rock Life off-road group. Helps take care of a bunch of our side-by-side racers. Come on, Dan.
Wyatt Wilson is watching right now.
Oh, I'm sure he's cheering them
Wyatt,
on.
how's your stunt driver doing?
Yeah.
What do you think?
Those two guys raced a stock class vehicle.
VIN class.
Yeah, the VIN class last week. Took turns actually racing it.
It looked like y'all were having a ball in there.
Yeah. I love the fact that Dan was like live streaming on TikTok while they were racing. Like, that was awesome. Lauren Healy did the same thing a few years ago. Add through the finish line.
.317. And he's coming over for an interview. All right, let's go to Zach.
All right, laying down a 105.3 something. It's completely irrelevant. Is there a reason you can tell me why you drive so poorly, Wyatt?
Well, actually, I am running for Wyatt, and I felt like that was the best that I could do in honor of him.
I think you nailed it. He told me both of his buggies, unwaxed and unvaxxed, are still both broken, so he sent you up here to cover for him, and I think you pulled it off perfectly with the DNF and then the slow run.
Right. Well, actually, he doesn't know just yet, but we tried to call him. He wouldn't return our calls, so I was like, well, I'll show him for not answering my phone calls. So that's what you get.
You know what? He gets everything he deserves. Back to y'all, guys.
I cannot believe those guys. Yeah.
You got to love Dan.
Yeah. Dan and Zach are equally ornery, so... and what's funny is Dan's like a pretty casual guy. You get him on a live stream, he can be pretty ornery. So Wyatt Wilson and him are good friends. Again, I got a chance to ride around with Wyatt Wilson here last year, actually, at our charity event.
Uh-huh.
I hopped in with him and his girlfriend, and I got to control the iPod, the Bluetooth music. And he's like, play whatever you want. I said, I have a lot of technical and rap on here, so that could be very dangerous. Let me put on the... He's like, do whatever. We'll let it run. I said, all right. So... They were very nice. We got to jam out and do a ton of.
That was very brave of them.
It was. Did a ton of trail riding. That had a blast that weekend. because we don't get a chance to go out and just trail ride every weekend. So super cool to get out there and see him trail riding. It's Tyler Bradley here on the line.
Yeah, speaking of trail riding, if you guys haven't heard us mention it earlier, we are at Hot Springs Off-Road Park for the SCS Gearbox SRRS #1 this weekend. First time back for a series race in 8 years here at Hot Springs. You might recognize its previous name, Superlift, from back in those days. This park has over 1,200 acres of trails.
There we go. Look at that. Perfect.
And it's some really awesome riding out here, so hopefully you get a chance to come experience it someday if you haven't before.
Again, that was Tyler Bradley with that perfect corner. Kind of swung wide and just matted it right at the perfect time, hit that apex perfectly, and was able to have a straight shot coming right into that Radflow suspension system, or a rough section there. So, again, you can see how rutted out. He kind of stopped and paused for that rut section. Want to be smooth going down.
Wyatt says, wow, I just got called out.
Wow, Wyatt.
Hey, you got called, Wyatt,
yes.
And you didn't answer, so then you got called out. Sounds like that's what went down from Dan's perspective.
Yeah. We love Wyatt.
Good times.
Wyatt's like, everything's broken right now. Everything, like, we've all been there as racers. Look around in the shop and everything's broken. Like, it's all broken. It's all broken.
It happens.
Again, this is Tyler Bradley coming down the line here.
All right, that's a pretty slow descent.
It is. Again, making sure those flags are correct. Making sure on the best course possible.
If something was going on there.
And they have to come down, literally turn around and go right back up. So that CA Technologies Ridge. Hung up by those trees there, yeah.
I'm laughing because this morning, hang on, we'll wait till we get Tyler's time.
Again, some guys hitting those jumps a little harder. When you come out of the woods, it makes it a little harder to do that. See what his time's going to be.
1:16.001 for Tyler. So I'm laughing because I'll tell you in a minute. I'll let you live in suspense for a second while we go to Zach.
All right, laying down a 1:16. You started out super strong. You looked faster through the whoops, and these turns right here, your turning capability was phenomenal. And then on the back half of the course, you completely changed because you had a problem making that right turn in front of that tree. Did anything happen?
I lost brakes the second half of the course after I landed on the top of the ledge. 0 brakes.
I knew there was something. But you still recovered. You finished your track. I saw you had to do a 4-point turn, and you had to do one back up to dodge a tree. But still, really proud of you, brother. You have a good one. Y'all get out there, and y'all make sure y'all support Tyler with that Widowmaker Racing.
I knew something was going on there. That wasn't what we expect to see from Tyler.
When you lose all brakes,
that's a big hill,
and you're coming down a steep hill like that, that's never a good thing.
So this morning, if you've ever seen me out here or noticed on the live show, I've got a binder in my notebook with all my notes and whatnot in it. Matt comes up and, you got our notes for the day?
I was with you when you were writing down.
Said, oh, our notes, Matt? I was like, I feel like you're the kid at school that copied somebody else's homework.
We try to, I do commentary on the bouncers. You do the great intro, outros, and do commentary on the you're really good at that.
Is that what we do?
I actually commented you last week, and so...
It's all right. I'm just throwing you under the bus, Matt.
I appreciate it. That helps. It helps.
I'm glad to have you up here with me, Matt.
Thank you.
I'll even let you use my notes.
Bicycling around the corner.
Oh, man. Clay Kaysen.
Yeah.
I'm kind of glad that tree is there at the apex so they don't just come right on towards the trailer.
That's probably the only reason they're not full send in that corner. Is that tree right there.
Oh, absolutely.
Clyde probably put that very strategically there.
He put that tree in that specific spot.
Well, I meant the
You're
turn.
Right.
He put the flags for the turn.
I know.
So that way they weren't full tilt.
You're just making it too easy for me to give you a hard time today, Matt.
Yeah. The flags he could.
8 years ago, he planned ahead and planted that tree right there.
Like, bless your heart, Bree. Bless your heart.
Bless my heart.
Like.
Oh.
Yo!
Come on, Clay. Clay had a little trouble staying out of the trees on course 1, too.
Oh,
man.
Wow.
Getting after it.
Get her done.
7:3.701. Well, the good news for him is that is our fastest time currently for Hill 2.
At a smoking time. That was a kind of wild little ride there at the end.
That was very wild. Let's go see what he has to say about it with Zach.
7:3.701. Awesome run, man. You look really good. You bicycled it all the way around this turn. I was scared for you. Stayed in it, stayed committed. You kind of cased the back with your back tires when coming over the last jump, but you managed to get back in the throttle and finish fast. Great run. How'd you feel about the course?
If we wouldn't have had that backup, I'd feel a whole lot better, but it's done. It's over with. That's all I can do for it today.
Hey, you did a great job, and we're proud of you, man. That was an awesome run. I'll tell Mom and Dad you said thanks, and you have a good one, brother.
Zach knows the drill.
Yes, yeah.
All right, that was Clay Case and everybody. I don't know, Tiffany. That's a good question. Tiff wants to know why you're using our Southern sayings.
Oh, that's not just a Southern saying.
You keep your cheese toasty weirdness to yourself,
Whatever.
and you let us have our bless our hearts.
I love our cheese toasties.
All right, Tim Cameron on the course. Timmy had the fastest time from Hill 1. Right now, he needs to beat Clay's 73.
And I have no doubt he was watching. Watch this corner. Man, still went wide after Clay Cason came around and slung that perfect corner, or Tyler Bradley had that perfect corner. I figure Timmy was watching.
Oh, it came. It was very
Timmy's making quick work of it.
The dust cloud came.
Yeah, and you can see how loose some of that dirt is on that hill. And not just dirt, but it's also like small pieces of rock, kind of like shell rock, just as it slings off of the tires. Again, I think you're going to see a lot more of that tomorrow with the big bouncers. You'll get to hear those horsepower sing. All those, tomorrow we're going to need like a head and neck restraint system, helmet, some plexiglass behind us like they use in the hockey games. Yeah. Oh, come on.
Not quite enough.
See what the time is.
That probably.
Wow.
Oh, wow. 73.329. Man, and Clay had a 73.7.
So that just squeaks him into first place.
Let's go to Zach.
All right, 73.729. Absolutely letting it all hang out. I love watching Timmy Cameron send it. It looks like you're missing an axle. They're going to get that off of the heel right now so it doesn't hurt anybody. But, man, that was so exciting and so fun. You did not have the backup that Clay had, and y'all still finished with 7.3s. How'd you feel about it?
She does awesome. The main thing is just able to maintain 2 good runs for the weekend, and you know, Clay, he's good. He's got to keep pushing forward and kind of race hard as we can. But it's been fun as always.
Hey, we love to see y'all doing it and battling it out. We still all love each other and we help each other, and this is what the sport's all about. Tim Cameron, everybody, y'all keep your eye on him. He'll be here tomorrow.
He really is missing an axle.
He is. The whole thing is missing there. So
I didn't notice at what point.
I don't know when it flew out, but
ejected.
Yeah, he said they were going on the hill to get it. So apparently it has left the chat. The RC axle has left the chat. So good times.
Brandon,
this guy.
Brandon Davis should be on the line next, and we've still got about 2/3 of our field of drivers to go for the RCV Axle Unlimited class, and then we've got our couple of VIN drivers as well. So y'all stick with us for a while yet. Thanks for watching here on Hillside Live. We're about to see Brandon Davis send it.
Which is a Rock Racing TV production. Again, Brandon Davis running that full-body Can-Am full send over the red line ramp.
Race line
ramp. I was getting ready to say race line.
Looking nice and smooth through that rad flow suspension section. Should we just call it the section? We're all about efficiency here.
Yes, we're all about it. We're going to shorten all the names up to just acronyms. It's the sus. Brandon's getting it. It's awesome to see him out in a full body racing Unlimited Cup drivers.
You know, I'm sure that flag penalty was pretty disappointing for him. He would have had a really good time and been right up there with top, I don't know, 2 or 3 for the stock class.
Definitely a podium finish probably.
So, you got to keep that from getting to you, but let it hopefully motivate.
Again, they have to come out and go turn around and go right back in. Aired it out a little bit there. I think so. Oh!
No!
Lay it back on. Yes! Yes!
Keep going!
Touchdown! That is awesome! That is Skinny
I think you guys
Pedal.
just saw your Skinny Pedal
Oh, my goodness.
award winner. Wow.
Wow. Wow.
That was something. Man, I wish we had instant replay.
Yeah, that is impressive. I hope he comes down and talks to Zach. Yes.
So he might be a little rattled after that.
There we go.
Let's go see what he has to say.
Okay, here at the NRA, when you realize you don't have the fastest run, you at least make the highlight reel. And let me tell you, brother, you made the highlight reel. That was epic and awesome. How does it feel?
It hurt a little bit. That did not go as planned for sure.
Hey, you know what? That's what happens when you ride on the ragged edge. Sometimes you slip off, but you still recovered fast and ended up with a finish. I think you're still looking at some really good numbers for the day. That still has you up in the probably maybe on a box. So we'll see how it goes. We'll thank Cheryl again and Brandon Davis Racing.
Do I need a shock sponsor?
And a shock sponsor. Anybody that would like to sponsor anything that would have to do with the suspension, because the yard sold this one. Back to y'all.
They're coming over to check out the rig.
Oh, man.
Brandon pulls up just laughing and smiling like, well, hey, what can you do? That's racing.
I'm sure that did hurt a little bit.
I'm sure, and he still ran a 93.44. That was a pretty impressive time. Got DC Thompson here sitting in the line. Yeah. If that's what you're seeing from Brandon, I hate to see DC Thompson's run. Got that Perfection Drive Line Incorporated sticker on there. They make a lot of drive shaft parts for bouncers. And they keep a bunch of the bouncer drivers going. Thomas Lohr is also one of our common racers. They race side by side.
Whoa!
Purple and gold is his rig. And DC is in cutting that corner super tight. He's in his new chassis.
Do you guys see all that dust right there?
It was
that's about to be on us.
It was unveiled at our last race at Wildcat, which also he took podium first top spot. So
he did.
Huge shout out to DC Thompson for having an epic showing at Wildcat.
He is getting after it right now.
He is.
He is coming after that first place spot. He wants it again. Got that taste of it at Wildcat.
He did. And had smoking runs at Wildcat.
All right, the time to beat is a 73.3.
Again, working his ways through those trees. Again, you want to be real careful not to clip one of them because they do not give.
Oh. I couldn't tell if that was a tire or rocks slinging.
Oh, stink!
No.
Come on.
Back it up.
Dang it. Had a smoking run going. I think that might have been our fastest run yet.
Uh-oh, I wonder
just how quick his turn was on that corner. Man. Ooh, hitting that race line ramp there.
Woo. Oh, man. .003, and that is actually a third-place time right now. We still have about half of our drivers to go on Hill 2. And DC did have a second-place finish on Hill 1.
He had a smoking run going until he had to back up there. Man. Yes. Okay. You got a little clip there? That's a clip of what we see behind the scenes all the time. So
Zach is just perfecting his interview skills.
Yes.
If you can interview a rock, then you're good.
Yes.
You're good to go.
Yeah. So
wow, who put the sun right there at
this
moment?
I was just thinking the sun came out just a little bit.
I'm gonna have to come over here.
Just say if you lean forward just a little bit, you're okay. Again, that was DC Thompson who just ran, who had a backup. Still got him the third fastest time of the day. So we'll see.
I wonder why he sat on the tree for so long. I'm curious.
I'm not sure. Maybe couldn't get it in gear or something.
It seemed like maybe he was having trouble.
Again, had a smoke and run going there. Had a great corner right behind us. You guys saw. Again, has that new chassis he's really happy with, and made the front end a little more heavy duty, he said, than the last one.
All right, this is Chase Conley.
We'll see what Chase does on the corner here. There you go.
Andy, as far as the flag, it looks like it was just
debris hitting
it.
Rocks
roosting it when he went by.
And again, it kind of wiggled a little bit, but it didn't really knock it down. It was already leaning pretty far over. Our rule, kind of understanding we kind of came with hitting a flag. If you hit a flag and it knocks it, say the flag is straight up and down and it knocks it more than a 45-degree angle, Colton Holback and Justin Holback talked about that one of our races, and that kind of was a good example. And I think if you clearly mow over a flag, versus just touching the edge of it or grazing it, or again with big bouncers, a lot easier to kind of graze the dirt next to it and kind of make it wiggle, but which we've had happen in the past.
Well, the flags are there for two reasons, both to mark out places where drivers need to check up for safety. If it's the pit area or anything else, maybe a drop-off or something for them.
Ooh, that one looks like he clipped it pretty good.
And then also just to make sure drivers are staying on course and there's no course cutting and it's fair, and make sure everyone's running the same area. So
and kind of mark where the course is at, which helps you when you're in a big bouncer flying past trees and flags and jumps. It's really handy to have a flag
especially
there.
On a course this long.
Yes. So it is very nice to have those big flags. We really appreciate it as drivers.
Most of the time.
Yeah, most of the time.
Till you hit one.
Yeah.
All right, that was Chase Conley. We're waiting on a time.
.831 was his time.
All right. Let's go to Zach.
Laying down a 91.831. That was not too shabby. We're getting our sea legs under us. You look a lot more comfortable in race 2 than you did race 1. You're starting to find your groove. How'd you feel about the track?
I really enjoyed it. Got to work on some things about the chassis and my driving skills for sure. Definitely need some seat time. But
hey, man, that's what every racer has to deal with, but so far I think you're off to a great start. You have a good machine, very capable, a little bit of suspension work and a little bit of familiarity with the seat and the driving. You're going to be one of the contenders. Appreciate you, brother. Have a good one. Back to y'all.
All right, that was Chase Conley, new driver out here for this weekend, so good to hear from him. Glad to have him out here.
And again, it was interesting to hear him talk about that seat time. Timmy Cameron said it for years. There's no seat time like race seat time. Getting out here in a newer chassis, being able to bounce it around, and you can kind of quickly feel, hey, this is really good, this is really bad. these are things. These are some things changes we need to make with the chassis. These are some things that I could do better. It's not hard once you get on a race course. You can go back and watch the videos and go, oh yeah, hey, it was a little loose here, a little tight here. We can lengthen it or shorten it or make it a little more narrow to help weave through some of those tight corners. Add a little turning radius to it. Again, there's some of that stuff you can check after you get a little seat time on there. Look at Clyde down there.
There you go, Trip Polton. You wanted to see Clyde.
Yes,
there he is.
The man. I just tell people, he's just our timing guy. He's just our timing guy. Clyde is the man. He takes care of us.
Hey, Taylor.
I see. Yeah. Do you want to mention that?
So, yeah, Tiffany mentioned that the flag that we saw fall over on Chase's run, Clyde knows about that one, and it's just set in loose dirt. He said right there, it's not in a solid position. So he's not holding that one against any drivers because it's just getting blasted by dirt when they go by and just falling over. We mentioned how loose the hillside is. That's there you go.
And that one's been ran over.
Another good example. Even the flags are.
I was saying after it gets ran over 4 or 5 times, if there is a hole, it's usually pretty wallered out, so they come out pretty easy at that point.
All right, Nathan King. Oh, didn't quite clear that one. Missed the opening to the Radflow suspension section, but looks like he's back on track now.
He was flying.
He was headed for that finish line, man. 1, 2, skip a few. Whoa!
There we go.
Whip
Perfect.
in the corner. Oh, it was perfect until he stopped.
That's like the perfect corner. If you could just do that, and then obviously
Tokyo
take right back off.
Here. Do you think that Nathan is just concerned about beating his sister Madison?
Yes, absolutely. I've raced my brother a few times, and there's nothing like civil rivalry. Yeah, you will compete and do all kinds of crazy things while racing your sibling, but not necessarily other drivers. Like, if we have to wad the chassis up to beat my brother Nate, oh, dude, we will. Okay. He's the same way. He's pretty ornery, too.
Oh, Nathan.
Man.
Just sliding down the hill.
Again, it looks like he has, may have it in two-wheel drive, or his back tires look like they were spinning. And again, we've seen drivers complete this course in two-wheel drive.
I think Braden Upchurch spent half of his first run in two-wheel drive, didn't he?
Man,
there's that tree is just giving people trouble today.
We've seen half a dozen guys get hung up on that tree right there.
You guys have to remember that this hill is so much steeper in person. Combined with the looseness of the top layer of dirt on there, these guys are just having trouble going downhill, staying out of the trees. 114.149. Did I hear that right?
Yeah, I believe so. Again, I love the rap. Love the Dixie horn.
All right, let's go to Nathan and Zach.
Coming off a 114.149, we got Nathan King here, who is obviously experiencing a little bit of mechanical difficulty. Tell me what's going on with the buggy.
So definitely you need four-wheel drive when racing in these events, and I had two for most of it. It was nice on the turns, but it's not very useful going up hills, so four-wheel drive was a big problem.
I did see that, and I was worried about you, but it seemed to kick in a little bit, enough to get you around that first turn. That really did help out. Hey, man, just keep working on parts and buy good ones and use your good sponsors. Who's making this possible for you?
I got HD Extreme, Empty Pocket Fab, All Things Side-by-Side Garage, Mike's Tire and UTV. Those are my main guys. Yeah.
You got a squad backing you, and we're also pulling for you too, brother. You keep getting faster and faster. Hit that horn for me before you go. Back to y'all.
I love that. That is awesome. Again, when you could talk about when he was coming down one of the hills, it looked like he was in two-wheel drive. But, again, it's sometimes it's kind of hard to tell. Looks like we got Clint Garrison on the line. 427 Racing Crew. Again, Travis Skelton used to power this. And again, Clint's been racing with us for 4 or 5 years now.
Yeah.
Quite a while.
We almost had Savannah racing today.
You know what? She would be a great racer, I think.
I think a little more seat time so she's comfortable, and we might be seeing Savannah out here too.
Savannah is Clint's girlfriend, and she is at a huge chunk of the races with him.
Oh! Keep going.
Yes.
There you go.
A little too much spin on it there. Again, you want to kind of get that rear end fishtailing so you can kind of line up for the next set of jumps, but come on, Clint, get up there.
Wow, this hill looks totally different with the sun coming in.
It does. And again, how steep this thing really is does not even close to do it justice on camera.
All right, he's coming down that CA Tech cliffside.
Again, I'm sure he's watched some of the other drivers there and trying to hook that corner extra right there.
Avoid that tree.
Again, I figured he was trying to take put the body, use a tree kicker, put that body as close as you can to that tree on the inside there, and hopefully avoid that tree on the outside. But it looks like, unfortunately, he still got hung up a little bit there.
But he did avoid the trees.
He did.
89.381 for Clint. Tim Cameron still in the lead with a 73.3, and then Clay Kaysen right behind him with a 73.7. And then it looks like DC Thompson with an 86. Those are your top three right now. We have just 2 more drivers, I think, to wrap up our RCV Axle Unlimited class for the day. All right, let's go to Zach.
We got Clint Garrison coming off of an 89.381 run, real fast. But, Clint, you seem to be struggling in the turns. Not only both runs, you had to back up 2 different backups on the 4-point turn, and that's going to kill your time. What's causing it, and what are you going to do to fix it?
So I've got it's only happened one other time before when we was trail riding, but I guess I'm going to have to fix it. I had the steering locks. There's a bolt that'll jump across the A-arm, and it's locking, and I had to get it fixed for the next race.
Man, I hate to see that because you work so hard to get them fixed to make your runs fast. You're a very talented driver, and we look forward to you getting it fixed, coming back in there and landing on the podium again real soon. Thank you, brother. Back to y'all.
And again, Clint's been racing with us. I mean, he's a very young guy, but to be that young and still have that many years of experience, definitely a very competitive racer. Again, not a guy to shy away from any course. He likes to get out there and have fun with it. Most of our young guys are very aggressive drivers, so it's they're not. Again, watched a handful of them play at finals last year before the last day of racing.
The beauty of youth.
What?
The beauty of youth.
Yeah. So it's they are some of our young guys are pretty aggressive drivers. So it's always exciting to watch them go out there and tackle it. And okay, it looks like they're going to kind of take a minute to get the course all clear here. So we're going to head to commercial, and we'll be right back after these messages.
Rebirthed from the depths of Baja, Mickey Thompson Tires announces a new American mud terrain legend. The new Baja Legend MTZ. Silica reinforced T4 tread compound. Powerply 3-ply construction. Improved 4-pitch side biters. Proven MTZ tread styling for undisputed traction. 35 different sizes, and one is just waiting for your rig. The Baja Legend MTZ.
Oh, all right. I think our course is clear, getting all the stuff off of it, make sure we're ready to go. I think we have two. Okay, two racers left on this course. And this is our UTV Unlimited Cup Series. We ran the UTV Cup Series stock class earlier today. And then we have the VIN class later on after this. So that'll wrap up for today. And then tomorrow we have big bouncers. We have youth class. We have our UTV Bounty Series. And I think you're going to see a lot more high horsepower motors revving on this hill behind us with that loose stuff you've been talking about all day. So
we're going to be all over Showtime Hill tomorrow. It'll be a good time. We also have our RC, metal, and plastic classes following all those that Matt mentioned. So full day of racing again tomorrow. But we're not quite done yet today. We should have Austin Tidwell and Clint Strain still to go for our RCV Axle Unlimited class. Austin is on the line. He is ready to leave that Holly starting line right now. There he is. You can see we've got our VIN class lining up as well. All right, this is Austin's first time racing with the Southern Rock Racing Series, so we are glad to have him out here. I think, if I remember right, he got a little mixed up on course 1.
Yes.
And maybe went down when he was supposed to come up, something like that. This is a long course.
It is.
And it's easy to get mixed up out here.
You need to make sure you're going.
No matter how much you think you're paying attention during the driver's meeting.
And again, there's 3 or 4 up and downhill sections, so you're making sure you're all going on the right area on the right course is important. And
Hopefully you're on the right course.
Yeah, and again, stock class doesn't necessarily stock class doesn't exactly follow the same course that the unlimited class does. So watching one class doesn't necessarily mean you're going to be on the correct course for the second class. So he is getting it there.
Is he in two-wheel drive?
That is pinned wide open. I'm gonna say
she's got.
I'm gonna say he was in two-wheel drive there. Just by how hard he had it pinned. Like wide open throttle. He was climbing, but it was wide open throttle.
He was just clawing his way to the top.
He was. There. Again, I think you're going to see more runs like that tomorrow with the big bouncers. Guys up on the hill, just wide open throttle, slowly working their way to the top. Yeah, man. Yeah, I don't think his front's pulling.
I don't remember him breaking anything on Hill 1.
Oh, cleared that tree.
All right, looks like he's going to finish this one and get a time for himself. .889 for Austin Tidwell. Looks like he is declining the finish line interview. I think Zach scared him away a little bit during the driver's meeting. He's probably like, I'm not going to go over by that guy.
Yes.
I don't blame him.
All right. His time was a 1:18.88. And we will be back right after these messages.
No, I think we have one more.
Oh, we do. I'm sorry. We do. I'm sorry. I was looking up and I was like,
Matt keeping secrets over here?
No.
What are you
Usually I can see Taylor clicking buttons. And I'm like, all right, I'm on it.
Matt was preemptively throwing to the commercial there.
I know. Taylor presses a lot of buttons back there. Most of which are on the computer.
Both physical and mental.
Yes. Because he's in our headsets, plus he's on the mic, so yeah.
Good times.
Yeah. I heard you this morning.
We have a lot of fun here in the Rock Racing.
I heard
TV.
you this morning saying, hey, can we cut the chatter down on the mic? And I was like, oh, here we go. Yeah. I mean, you kind of are, really.
I'm the captain.
I'm the captain now.
You were going to say that.
I love it. Yeah, here we go.
All right, Clint Strain is going to wrap up the RCV Unlimited class for the day. Clint was not able to finish course 1, so
I rocked it. Don't worry about it. No, nothing. Apparently, never mind. I was thinking
no
something.
idea what you're trying to
Swinging
do.
wide a little bit on that corner. Again, we've seen some guys that had faster times that were able to perfectly hit that corner. So,
yeah, cool story, bro.
talking about earlier.
What are you doing?
Bless your heart. Can Clint strain
Thank
the course
you.
now? No, God, no. Oh,
No.
Clinton close.
What? Oh my gosh, we're losing it. Did you have a Red Bull and a Mountain Dew?
My Red Bull I didn't drink yet. We didn't mention that yet on the live feed. I was sick. God, I was sick. Yeah. Especially when they impound your truck. It's a good time.
We're gonna let it go.
We'll talk about it tomorrow. We'll wait till tomorrow.
Matt had a little bit of personal drama.
I'm still having like PTSD with it. Yeah.
Bless your
God.
heart.
It was a rough day.
All right, let's get back to watching Clint over here. Matt's drama's got us all rattled here in the media trailer. There it is, crossing the finish line. Not bad, not bad. 9.3.644. Looks like he's coming over for a little interview with Zach.
That's a sharp gauge, too.
Let's go to them.
Laying down a 93.644. That's not too shabby. It's a good time. 2 consistent runs, 2 finishes today. You got to be proud of that. How did you feel about Hill 2 in comparison to Hill 1?
I was a lot better than Hill 1. Didn't get to finish.
Yeah.
Hill 2, pretty good.
You actually look like you laid it down really good. You look real smooth on your suspension coming through the whoops. It looks like you're making some adjustments and you're getting your whole rig together in your game. So, man, glad to have you and best of luck to you, brother.
All right, thanks.
Have a good one. Back to y'all.
Again, that was Clinton Strain, and he unfortunately had a DNF on his first run, was able to complete the second one. You see the fire suppression system sitting there next to him, or a fire extinguisher, one or two, which, again, fire extinguishers are required in the vehicle and out of the vehicle for big bouncers, as well as for fire suppression systems are recommended for this year, but required for next year. Mm-hmm. Again, which I know a lot of series, Ultra 4 and some other people are definitely working on that as well. That was Clint Strange. His time was a 93.64.
All right, guys, that wrapped up Hill 2, so we are going to go to a quick commercial, and then we'll be back to finish up with our VIN class for the day. Anytime now.
What you want? No matter where your ride takes you. Whether it's a quick trip or a slow climb. When you choose RCV Performance Axles, you're guaranteed to finish every time.
And we're back. Let me get our order here. We'll get our stock class up. All right. This is our Unlimited Cup Series. Top 3. Tim Cameron came in first with that smoking run. Clay Kaysen came in second. DC Thompson came in third. Clint Garrison came in fourth. Chase Conley came in fifth. Brandon Davis came in sixth. Clint Strange came in seventh. Madison King came in eighth. Dan Carter came in ninth. 10th was Nathan King. 11th was Tyler Bradley. And 12th was Alston Tidwell. Again, that was our unofficial second run. Again, that's the overall for the day. That is just your second run of the UTV Unlimited Cup Series. Now that we're wrapped that up, we're getting ready to turn around and kick off the VIN class.
That's
and
right.
They are on the line.
We only have 2 drivers left of the 3 that we started with in the VIN class. And it looks like Charlie Brown is on the line.
Again, this is Charlie Brown, that full-body Chevy.
We'll wait until his run is done, and then we've got Joshua Messer up here to chat with us a little bit about what went on during his VIN class run a little while ago.
Again, love to see that Chevy, that big full body out there, big chrome rims. It's just a good time, you know. You gotta enjoy it.
It's a tight course for these type of vehicles in our VIN class.
Full-size bumpers that are stock. I love it.
It's one thing to watch a UTV go through here or even a bouncer, but once you put full-size vehicles and leaf springs out here, it's a whole nother story.
Horns on the hood. I love it. I feel like this is a win for everybody.
We hope you guys at home have been enjoying the addition of the VIN class to this season as well. And if you have any inclination towards joining us, come on out, man. You can go to the website, nationalrockracing.com, look up all the rules and requirements, and make sure you have what you need to be part of the fun. And you can also find the schedule of events, the races for the rest of the season. We've actually got a pretty long break after this weekend. We won't be back for another series race until the Visions event in July at Mid-America. And then after that, we'll have August, September, and October packed with the rest of the season. So head to the website, nationalrockracing.com. Look at the events for the rest of the year and see if you'll be able to make it out and jump into one of these classes with us.
There we go, coming through the finish line. See what his time's going to be.
105.817 for Charlie Brown. And speaking of deciding to come on out and join the fun, we've got, do you go by Josh or Joshua?
It's either one.
All right, I'm going to call you Josh.
All right.
We've got Josh Messer sitting up here with us. We want to talk with him about his run earlier, but it looks like we've got Charlie pulling up for a quick chat with Zach. So Taylor is going to take us over to that. Let's go to Zach and hear what Charlie has to say, and then we'll be back with Josh.
All right, guys, we're right here with you're either got first or second place for the day. I'm extremely excited. You looked a lot stronger, a lot faster, a lot more sure-footed, and got some confidence behind you. On the second run, I was really glad to see it. How'd you feel?
Yeah, definitely felt better that time. I set up right when I needed to get left, got left when I needed to get right better. Everything worked out. Felt great.
Felt great. All right, well, I'm not going to ruin the surprise for all of the viewers and all of the audience yet and let you know who won, but I'm going to go ahead and tell you it's close. It's going to depend on this next run.
Yeah.
Have a good one. Yeah, later on, brother.
Oh, Zach.
Back to y'all.
All right, that was Charlie Brown. So we've got Josh sitting up here with us. Josh, you had a heck of a run with a bit of a surprise ending.
Yeah.
And your 94 Cherokee from round one. Tell us what happened.
Well, I went out there with the intention of just having fun and putting on a show for the crowd. I didn't come here for no money. I didn't come here for no, stun or nothing. But
the fame and the glory.
Yeah, went in there for that. But we did pretty good. Went through little bumps and stuff. Went around the turn. Went up the hill. Had a problem had to back up. Came back down, and when we came back down, we sitting a little bit too hard over the.
Give us 1 second. This is Don Curtis here in his full-body Chevy. Again, running a set of 1-tons there. Dana 60 front, 14-bolt rear, and running 38-inch tires, which is the maximum for this tire class, 38-inch DOT tire. And I love hearing this engine.
And he chose to make a right-hand turn again. The only driver that's done that so far today, I think.
That must be a comfortability thing. He must like having to be able to see the outside of the turn.
So, Josh, you sent it over that race line ramp towards the finish line a little harder than you meant to, I think.
A little bit too hard.
I got to walk down and look at your rig. Let's tell the viewers what you broke.
Okay, so both bottom front control arms.
Okay, bottom front control arms, which is like a 4-link. The 2 bottom links are broke.
Mm-hmm. Both top front control arms.
Okay, so the top 2 things that hold your front together and the bottom 2 things that hold your suspension together are all broken.
Are all broke.
Okay, solid. Okay.
Both shock mounts both shock mounts on the front axle.
On the axle itself. So, okay, shock mounts toast, upper links, bottom links. Okay. That's a good start.
One spring is out.
One spring was ejected out of the vehicle, which we saw somebody walking back over to you, handing it on the live stream.
Yeah. I can't remember who that is, but thank you. The cage.
All right, Don Curtis, let's get his time real quick.
Whoa! Coming in hot.
91.420 for Don Curtis.
It's a good run.
That was a smoking run. Again, that puts him in first place for this course, and I believe had first place on the first course. So I think he ends up with first overall.
Good day for Don Curtis. Let's go to him and Zach and see what he has to say. You guys don't need to see Zach.
Oh, here we are with Big Don, Mr. Consistency. He's gone the distance, laid down a bunch of good times and some good runs. He's getting his helmet unbuckled right now because, by gosh, he needed it on this one. It was rowdy, wasn't it? How you feel?
Feeling great. That was a heck of a run. I sure didn't expect to hit that little ledge that hard and shoot the front end sky high, but, hey, there's first for everything around here.
Hey, you make it look good, and he did a great job. I'm not going to tell you who won because I don't want to ruin the surprise, but we're going to find out here in just a few, brother. We're glad to have you. See you on the next one.
All right, so Josh, back to letting you wrap up here. You finished your run with a few more pieces than you probably would have liked, I would say.
Yeah, it's fixable, though, so that's the plus thing. This series is amazing. Everybody here has been great.
We think so.
This class is just awesome.
A lot of fun.
If you got a budget and you don't want to go over that budget, get you a VIN class.
Yes.
And let's grow this class because this is awesome. Like,
I
drove 8.5 hours away. Yeah.
Which part of Kentucky?
Danville, Kentucky.
All right, Danville, Kentucky. And this was your first time racing with us. But
first time racing, period.
You said you've watched the live feed lots of times, though. So what made you decide to come on out?
Wade Good.
I love it.
Yeah.
He just sent you an invite and said, hey, I got a place to party, bring a Jeep.
Pretty much. Yeah. We've been friends for a while. So.
Do you like racing? Do you have $400?
Yeah.
Come hang.
Yeah, pretty much. But I've been blessed. So it was a great day.
Well, the real question is, did you have fun?
Oh, yeah. I had tons of fun. Wife's a little mad, but, we'll get her fixed for about $250 and just go right back out.
There you go. Yeah. That's the beauty of VIN class. Well, Josh, thanks for coming up and chatting with us. I'm glad you had fun today. We're going to go to a quick commercial, and then we'll be back to wrap up the day.
What you want? No matter where your ride takes you. Whether it's a quick trip or a slow climb. When you choose RCV Performance Axles, you're guaranteed to finish every time.
When you're serious about installing the highest quality drivetrain products designed for high horsepower and bigger tires, there's only one choice. So get the power, performance, and confidence that comes with Yukon. Rev it, climb it, and rip it, knowing you're rolling the best in the industry. Built to perform, built to last. Yukon Gear and Axle.
And we're back here. I do not know. I have not seen official results, but I'm going to give the unofficial results just because I know how the first run went. Don Curtis took first on the first course run, and then he took first on the second course. I think that's automatically qualifies him as first place. Charlie Brown had a good run on the first course and on the second course. And again, Josh did not make the second course due to everything being broken.
But
on
he
his
sure
rig.
finished the first one.
But he gave it a great run on the first course. So again, that's a podium finish where I covered. Not a bad.
I don't know what that is. That's from Hill 1.
I think so.
That's not from just now on Hill 2. So flip that to Don Curtis, Charlie Brown, Josh Messer should be what it looks like from Hill 2.
Yeah. So again, that's your podium finishers for the day, I believe, for the VIN class. So again, we'll get the rest of the stuff posted. So again, huge shout out. I always like seeing new drivers jump in, and I always like kind of quizzing them, asking them, what brought them here. So we'll have to give Wade Good a pat on the back.
Yeah. I cannot wait to come back.
Good. That's awesome. Again, tell some friends. Like I said, we're trying to grow our VIN class this year. This is the inaugural year for the VIN class. This is our 4th race in, so I think we're going to see that grow throughout the year and see that again. Like Don has been a pretty faithful guy, trying as many races as he can. So huge shout out to those guys who are our faithful VIN class guys, as well as some new guys jumping in. It's been a lot of fun. We've seen some guys tag team it last week with Dan Carter. And Wyatt Wilson jumped in, did some tag teaming and some live streaming.
Had a good time.
Yeah, had a great time. Good time racing. So
I think we've got some drivers that would like to get some hardware that they worked hard for. We're going to go do podiums. But thank you guys for joining us on the show today, Hillside Live. We'll be back tomorrow with UTV Bounty, UTV Youth, Rock Bouncers, and our RC classes usually start around 9:30 or 10 in the morning Central Time. So hopefully we will see you guys then.
See you guys soon.